Welcome. Thanks for joining me, Amy Harris, on our latest segment on Ask Amy. I was with a seller recently, and I've heard this so many times before, I thought I'd address it. He wanted to know, what do we need to do to make this house stand out in the market to sell competitively and at its highest possible price? And there are many things that one can do, both on the exterior and the interior. But I wanted to cover 3 tips, all in the interior, that will help for your home to stand out, and also they are easily achievable and they don't cost a lot of money. So here we go. Tip 1, I am all about the paint, and so are buyers when they walk in to see your home. If the paint is friendly and comforting and warm and fresh, new without any chips or hand marks, they're likely to take to your residence better. So I'm going to show you some examples. I love benjaminmoore.com. If you go on there, you can get a full palette of colors, and they will show you the inspiration for the palette and then all the colors within that single frame. So for instance, if you love blue, my favorite, just the way I am, they show you all their blues and the inspiration for where that came from. And this is a wonderful beach scene, a little cottage with towels. It feels like a spa, and you can mix and match, and you can't go wrong because they're all in the same palette. Let me show you another example. Maybe you're more into neutrals. This is a very subtle way of making a room look calm and relaxing, and yet they're warm neutrals, so they feel inviting. They don't make it feel cold. And here they show all the neutrals running at the top that they have in this palette, and the inspiration for them is this sandy, rocky beach in the ocean. And so it gives it some context and gives you the sense of what it will create in your own home. One last one. Greens. Oops, greens. Greens are difficult because too green and it's dark, too bright and it looks neon. So on this one I'm showing you a field of daisies, and the greens that are here are the ones you want to capture. Those from nature that are soft, lustrous, and welcoming. So I'm going to show you one of these. Benjamin Moore has this palette, which I think is such a beautiful way to integrate greens with your neutrals, with your blues, or doing a room in green with different trim and different wall color and ceiling color. So that's my tip on painting. Next, it's essential to have the floors in your home spick and span. And by that I mean if you have carpet, or if you have tile, or if you have wood, you need to make sure that the stains are gone, that it looks fresh, and that there are no cracks if you have tile or stone. But I'm going to show you a couple of things that I think look great. And here's a great picture of a home in a beautiful living space. It's a living room, and the floors are magnificently kept and very light. Now that's one way you can go with wood floors, or in this picture they went for what is called an ebony color, and I just happen to love this. This creates a great contrast with the wall color, and again makes the house look seamless and inviting, clean, ready to move in. My last tip is about the need to declutter, and perhaps this is most important of all. The reason is, if a buyer walks into your home and sees tons and tons of knickknacks, art projects, mementos from vacations, personal photographs, they're less likely to be able to envision themselves living in that home. When we say declutter, we mean ruthlessly edit everything in every room. So go room by room and take out anything that isn't there that serves a purpose or that has a function, like a bed, you can't change that, or has one great decorative object per surface. Take a look at what I mean. Less is more. Now this may be too stark for your particular appeal, but it just shows you don't need a lot in a room to create a mood and for it to look like a home. Here's another example. This home has a lot of objects in it, but if you'll notice, each one is pretty big and it has a purpose. The two poofs that are in here in this lower corner on the left, that's additional seating. They also add color. Big chair, big couch. Not a lot of little, big, important, less is more. One last one. Look at the impact made here, and everything's white or off-white. You don't need a lot to say a lot. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you'll come back soon for my next installment. Bye-bye. Amy, I'm so glad you could join us today. I'm going to cover an area that every seller wants to know about, and that is prepping your home for sale. When we go in as realtors and we make our presentation to that seller about start again.